lecture number 2 on heat transfer. So in the last lectures we discussed some of the equations of heat transfer and the shape functions n1 and n2. Now in continuation with that, let us discuss derivation of stiffness matrix or the conductivity matrix. Okay, this is one of the derivations which is a likely question. Now again consider 1D bar element having two nodes 1 and 2 and temperatures T1 T2. So x1 x2, so as usual representing 1D bar element. This is the FE model of that. Now our objective is to find out a stiffness matrix or the conductivity matrix, what we call. Now the thermal conductivity of the material, stiffness matrix K is equal to, you know that it is volume integral B raised to T dB dV. So B is nothing but dN1 dx dN2 dx. Now D is equal to K into K because it is a 1D heat conduction. Now N1 N2 are given and B is also given because if you differentiate this one you will get this answer, B raised to transpose. Then substituting all that, you do this integral 0 to L, all the B raised to B and B raised to transpose. So you have to just integrate that. Now if you integrate that, finally you end up with this equation, K is equal to AK by LA 1 minus 1 minus 1 1. Now this is a stiffness matrix for heat conduction K, and this is a very important equation which we will be using quite often. Okay, so as usual A, K, LE and the usual units. That is about the thermal conductivity matrix. Now let us take about one more case, which is 1D heat conduction with free end convection. Okay. Now as shown in the figure, derivation of finite element equation. So that the condition is it is a 1D heat conduction with free end convection. Now you can see that there is a body. Now this is T1, this is T2, heat is flowing in the x direction. Now on this end, right hand, you have the convection taking place. Okay. Now K is the thermal conductivity of the material. So assume convection occurs only from the right hand element as shown in the figure. Okay. Now when this is the context. Now how to get the equation for that? Stiffness matrix due to free end convection is given by KH and HA into 0 0 0 1. Okay. So this can be derived. Okay. I am not going to talk about this derivation, but I will directly write this particular equation. And what will happen to the global stiffness matrix? As you know, K is equal to K of conduction plus KH of end of convection. So this is already known to you, plus HA into 0 0 0 1, which we derived now, and the force vector due to free end convection, that is given by FH and is equal to AH T infinity N1 N2. This can also be derived. Okay, simple derivation. So this is force vector or rate heat transfer. Okay, some people also called as a load vector. So this is the equation. Now finally, what is the equilibrium equation? K into T is equal to F. So K is that Kc plus Kh end, and F is F of H end. So you put everything together, T1 T2. This is the final equilibrium equation which is known to you already, and these are the parameters that we use and required units. Now equation 1 is the finite element equation for one dimensional heat conduction with a free end convection. So this is one, you can call it as a vertical that we are going to consider. Now let us talk about 1D heat conduction with convection and internal heat generation. This is next type of problem. Now the figure, we look at the figure now. Now this is the body T1 and T2. Now there is a heat generation here, heat is getting transferred. Now on one side there is a convection. Okay. So when that is the situation, what are the equations that we can think about. Now you can see here body subjected to conduction, convection and internal heat generation. Okay, so all the three are happening here. Stiffness matrix for heat conduction, this is the equation already known to you. Stiffness matrix due to convection and heat generation. So this is the equation which we derived, where P is the perimeter of the element. Now global stiffness matrix Kc plus Kh, this is what it is. Force vector due to heat generation, this is the equation that we can derive. Now note that this HPL by 6 2112, it can be derived. The derivation is not shown here. You can refer to any textbook for understanding this. This is a very big derivation. Okay, I have directly written it. Now I have directly written the final equation without deriving it. You can refer to any textbook. Now FQ bar, that is the force vector due to heat generation, because in this context there is a heat generation. What you get is Q bar A into L 211. Force vector due to convection. Now again this is equation which can be derived. Okay, H into T infinity PL by 211. So global force vector, you can add them together. Okay, that is FQ bar and FH, both can be added together. Finally you get the global force vector or the load vector. Equilibrium equation is given by KT into F. So K is known already, F is known, so we just substitute, you get this equation. This is for this context, that is where conduction, convection and internal heat generation is happening. Now the next let us move to the composite wall. Composite wall is important because most of the problems are based on composite wall. What is a composite wall? So you put 2-3 materials together, okay, like as shown in the figure. If you look at here, there are two different materials. One is A1, A2, similarly K1, K2. Now there is a heat source, heat is flowing from left to right. Now there is a convection happening on the extreme right, that is what is shown in the figure. Okay, so how do we get the finite element equations here? Now let us go for the finite element model. So you see here, this is the finite element model. You have taken two elements, three nodes, T1, T2, T3, Q in and Q out. Okay, L1, L2. So this is the FE model. Now you can see here composite wall made of two different materials, K1, K2, two elements and three nodes. Wall is continuous and steady state, this is the assumption. Okay. Now in this case, the first let us go for element conductivity material matrix. So Kc1, this is known to you, Kc1, Kc2, element 1, element 2. So you can get the global conductivity matrix by adding them together. Similarly, you can get the element heat generator vector, if Q bar, because there is a heat being generated. Okay, at node 3 heat is lost by convection, that is what I said on the right side, because one end surface is exposed to the surrounding. So that equation also you can write. So finally this is the equilibrium equation, and you can find out K, you can find out T, you can find out F, put them together and that will be the equilibrium equation. Okay. So that is about the composite wall. Now next is about the heat transfer in thin fins. This is also one context where we use the fins. Fins are very commonly used where the rate of heat transfer should be very high, like in IC engine you will see the fins. Now this is a fin, okay, protruding outside. Now this is the cross section of that fin. Now here the length is given, the convection happening, and there is conduction happening. So all the details are given, conductive and convective heat transfer mechanism, both are happening here from one end to the other end. Okay. So first step is you make a model, FE model. So what has been done here is the equations have been derived but I am not going to derive all the equation. I am just concluding this directly writing the equations. Okay. Element conductivity matrix, so this is known to you already, and element convection matrix, okay, this is also known to you. Now element specific heat, if we use this, element heat generator vector, this is also if it applies to a particular problem. Heat flux, this is also heat boundary convection, element force vector. So this is the final equation. So then the equilibrium equation. However, all different cases are taken in this particular fin. Okay. So whenever you get a problem on thin fins, you are supposed to use all these equations which has been told. Just the basic theory behind it. Okay. So I think this is what I can say about all the equations, FEM models, heat transfer equations that will be used in this particular module. Okay. So next class I will discuss more about the problem.